Hi everyone, it's Ninja Draws Art back again for another video, and this video is going to be a special. I'm doing my 200 subscriber thank you Q&A. It's been a while coming, but I didn't really have any questions, so thank you to this person for commenting a few questions to get me started, and then the rest of the questions I kind of took from other people's Q&A videos that I liked, and we'll just get started. So for today's drawing that I'm going to be having done in the background, I'm doing a sketchbook spread of Ace, Fire Fist Ace from One Piece. He is one of my favorite characters that is not a Straw Hat, so I really loved getting to know Ace's story and his background in like the war arc, and that was a really rough time to watch what happens in that particular arc with Ace. But let's get on to the question. The first question is, what is my favorite anime? And this is really hard for me to pick just one, but if I had to pick only one anime, I would have to pick Naruto. It is definitely one of my favorites. I've watched it multiple times. I really like Naruto personality and his willingness to pursue his dream, even though a lot of people in his village originally didn't believe that he could achieve his dream, but regardless of what others thought of his dream, he continued to improve and grow, and I really love the dynamic between Sasuke and Naruto and the friendships he develops with the rest of his classmates. Shikamaru, Rock Lee, just love that. I'm also going to be talking about some other animes that I enjoyed, like my top 5 underneath Naruto. Fairy Tail is one of the animes that got me back into watching anime during college. I got back into watching anime before college. I really didn't watch a whole lot of it, mainly growing up. I believe I might have watched some Dragon Ball when I was younger, but not really sure. It probably was Dragon Ball Z if I'm thinking correctly, but I actually don't know if I completely watched it. I definitely did watch Pokemon, like the original, and then I've watched X and Y and XYZ. So I haven't watched like the entirety of the Pokemon anime with all the different series, and I haven't watched the latest one either, so I've been very sporadic with Pokemon. But Fairy Tail definitely got me back into watching anime, and then I like watched a whole bunch of it while in college, so that was fun times. Probably not like my best choice, but it definitely helped with my study breaks, and I really enjoyed Fairy Tail. I watched it with my siblings, and we had a lot of fun watching it, and I've definitely at least rewatched some of Fairy Tail, so that's kind of gonna be one of my qualifications, is if I've watched it again or watched parts of it again. This list is not going to include any anime that are currently ongoing or are not finished yet. That includes One Piece, so One Piece is not going to be on this list because I am currently at the post time skip and at Fishman Island. I guess I'm around halfway now, but it's definitely still ongoing. But I do enjoy One Piece, but it's not going to be on this list. The next one is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I really enjoyed watching this one. I've watched it a few times. It's definitely one of my favorite shonen anime. And then I've had to include a few shoujo anime as well. I really love Snow White with the red hair, even though the anime does not complete all of what's out in the manga, and I'm not current yet with all that's released in the manga, but I really did enjoy the anime. And usually if I enjoy an anime, I will make fan art. I have tried to make some fan art of Snow White with the red hair with Zen, but my rendition of Zen was not the best. I could probably try it again. And then I had to include Fruits Baskets because that made me cry. I really liked the remake that they did that included the entire anime versus the original, that the original is just as good. I just like the art style better, and the fact that it's actually finished. And the remake, I think it's the 2019 one. I have tried to draw Yuki and Kyo. I believe my Yuki drawing was better than my Kyo. I feel like I need to try drawing Kyo again. He is like my favorite boy in Fruits Basket. And then I also like Yona of the Dawn though yet again, like Snow White with the red hair, it doesn't have the entire story. I'm not even sure if the manga's done either, but I'm not all up to date with that either. Let me know what are some of your favorite anime, or if you have any recommendations for me. I really enjoy shoujo and shonen anime. The next question is, what do I think about the One Piece live action? I have kind of already answered this question in a previous video in one of my sketchbook spreads, I believe, but I will answer this question again. I really enjoyed it. I went in with low expectations because a lot of adaptations that I've watched from animated shows to live action, not usually my favorite, or I feel like it's not done as well. I feel like this one worked particularly well because they adapted it into a TV show, which lends itself well versus cramming a whole bunch of stuff into a movie, which is why I believe the live action to Avatar: The Last Airbender did not work so well for me, because they're like cramming a whole bunch of stuff into that one movie and I did not enjoy it. I am hopeful that the remake of live action of Avatar: The Last Airbender will be better. Based on the trailer that I've watched, it seems that it could be pretty good, so I'm hopeful for that. But back to the live action One Piece, I think they did a good job. I believe the actors portrayed the characters well. It is a little bit different than the anime, but I feel like it's a cool spin on it. I'm excited to see some of the other characters, getting to meet them in the live action as well. The next question is my favorite character. I'm not sure if they're talking about my favorite character in One Piece or my favorite character in anime. I'm going to assume it's one of those two, so I'll answer both of those. My favorite character in One Piece is Zoro of the Straw Hat Crew. He's my favorite. And then if I had to pick one character from all the animes that I've watched that's my favorite character, I would have to pick Kakashi, but that was really hard. I have at least one favorite character from each anime that I really enjoy, so it's very hard to narrow down, so I definitely have a lot more favorite characters than just those two. The next question is more art related. How many sketchbooks have I filled? Originally, when I started drawing, I would use a lot of printer paper, so some of my art is not in like a sketchbook, but the ones that I still have, I have a total of 6. Some of the early ones still had like blank pages, but I'm gonna consider them finished because I haven't gone back to them and started a new sketchbook. My more recent sketchbooks, I've done a better job filling the pages, and I'm currently working on sketchbook number 7, which is a sketchbook that you're seeing me work on right now, and I'm getting close to the end of this sketchbook. I'm over halfway, I believe, so look forward to watching a whole sketchbook tour when I finish the sketchbook. And my favorite part about drawing is coloring in the eyes. I especially like adding the white highlight and shading the different shades in the eye. I also like adding the finishing touches, so if I, like in this piece, color first and then do the line art, I like adding the line art because it brings the whole piece together and makes it look finished, and that's really fun for me. And then I'm gonna talk about my drawing supplies. I use Sharpie markers, occasionally ballpoint pens, and then I have my white gel pens, which I use to add like the highlights, and then I have my alcohol markers, which I have mostly Ahuhu markers. I do have some other ones, including Copic markers, and then you can see in this one I've used Master's Touch alcohol markers, but cost-wise, I would say Ahuhu markers is like my most cost-effective ones. I need to get another set because some of my markers that I use very often are running out. For example, my grays that I use to do the dark shading in the eyes, and then I also use water-based markers, the Crayola markers, and the Tombow ones. I have acrylic paint and watercolors that are in the tubes, and then I do have colored pencils, but I've been mainly focusing on using my alcohol markers and my water-based markers, but I feel like I do want to get back into using other media as well, so that may be something in the future that I'll do. And I'm looking into purchasing Artex gouache, because I've never used gouache before and I think it would be fun to try that out. And then for my digital artwork, I use an iPad Pro, the 12.9 inch, which is the 5th generation, and then I use the Procreate app. I do want to try Clip Studio Paint, but I feel like I need to get maybe a different like drawing tablet that I could plug into a computer. I also feel like I may need to purchase a new laptop. Those are some things that I may invest in the future. And then some other really rapid fire ones. My sign is Gemini. My favorite color is blue, specifically turquoise. And then my favorite video games are Pokemon, Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart, and Mario Party. Those are like the games that I play with my siblings. And then I do enjoy Animal Crossing. And then my favorite art YouTubers are Rin Spirit Art, Love to Draw Manga, Reagan Doodles, Yoki Doki, and then here's some honorable mention of other types of YouTubers that I watch. I really enjoy Kictor, Austin John Plays. He has great tutorials, especially when I get stuck in Pokemon or particularly Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. Great helpful tips. Those are all the questions that I'm answering in this video. Let me know if there's any other questions you'd like to see me answer in future Q&A videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.